She stood in my doorway like a verdict. Glass walls. Morning light. My name etched on the office door in clean steel letters earned, not borrowed. She wore black like a weapon. Hair perfect. Smile rehearsed. The kind of entrance that assumes permission. I want your children now. Not hello. Not sorry. Now. The word echoed louder than the city below us. 10 years earlier, she used a different word. Not yet. Not yet, when I asked gently. Not yet, when the calendar turned cruel. Not yet, when my father died asking when he'd be a grandfather. I watched her lips move and felt nothing at first. That scared me more than anger. The body remembers before the heart catches up. My chest stayed calm. My hands didn't shake. The storm stayed locked behind my eyes. She looked around my office like it still belonged to her. Like she hadn't left 2 years ago with a suitcase and a silence that swallowed my nights whole. I'm ready, she said, softer now. I made mistakes. I noticed the pause between I and made. I noticed everything. Outside, traffic flowed. Inside, something old and buried began to breathe again. Not love. Recognition. First, it was timing. Then money. Then her career. Then fear of pregnancy, of change, of me becoming something she couldn't control. Each excuse dressed as reason. Each delay a small theft. I waited. I compromised. I told myself patience was strength. Then one night, she didn't come home. No call. No message. Just absence. When she finally returned days later, she said she needed space. The word was clean. Clinical. It hid fingerprints. I didn't beg. I didn't accuse. I learned early that accusations only teach liars how to lie better. 2 years passed. 2 years of quiet mornings and empty dinners. 2 years where I rebuilt myself from the habits she'd hollowed out. Promotions. New address. New skin. And now she was here, saying now. I noticed the ring missing from her finger, but the faint mark still there. I noticed the way her eyes avoided the family photos on my shelf. I noticed how carefully she chose her words like she was stepping around something fragile and expensive. Why now? I asked. She inhaled, exhaled, because I know what I want. She didn't say who. That omission. People mistake calm for weakness. Calm is a laboratory. That night, I pulled old phone records. Patterns don't lie, people do. There it was. A name repeated like a pulse during the months she kept saying, not yet. I hired someone. Quiet. Efficient. No questions. Social media is a confession booth if you know how to listen. Photos surfaced. Smiles I'd never seen. A hand on her back that wasn't mine. A man older. Married. Comfortable in lies. Then came the clinic receipt. Fertility consultation. Dated 8 months before she left. She hadn't been afraid of children. She'd been afraid of my children. I ordered a DNA test kit and let it sit in my desk drawer like a loaded gun. I didn't need to fire it. I needed her to see it. When she texted, "Can we talk?" I replied with a time. Control isn't about force. It's about patience. She arrived early. That told me everything. I placed the folder on the table between us. No labels. No drama. She opened it. Her face collapsed in stages: confusion, calculation, fear. The order mattered. You followed me? She whispered. I listened, I said. The photos. The clinic bill. The timeline. She cried. Quietly. as if noise would make it worse. "It wasn't like that," she said. "He said he'd leave his wife. They always say that. And when he didn't?" I asked. Silence. I slid the DNA kit toward her. Her hand stopped inches away. "Take it," I said. "Or don't. It won't change what I know." She looked at me like she was finally seeing a stranger. "I want to try again," she said. Desperation stripped the Polish away. "With you. We were good once." I smiled. Not unkindly. "You didn't want a family," I said. "You wanted an insurance policy." I stood, opened the door. "There's a man out there who promised you a future and gave you a deadline instead. Take it up with him." She reached for me. Missed. As she left, I added one last thing. "For what it's worth, if you are pregnant, I hope the child never learns how easily you trade people when the timing feels right." The door closed. Soft. Final. I sat alone in the quiet and felt the absence settle not like grief, but like relief. 10 years of waiting ended not with birth, but with clarity. I threw the DNA kit in the trash. Some truths don't need proof. They reveal themselves when you stop hoping they're wrong. Outside, the city kept moving. So did I. She wanted my future after selling it to someone else. I let her keep the past and walked forward alone, clean, awake, and finally done.